Good morning, everyone. I will now call the hearing to order. I would like to begin by acknowledging that we are in Treaty 1 territory and the traditional homeland of the Métis Nation. This morning, I will be chairing this hearing. My name is Robert Hutchings. On my direct left is Mr. Whitbread. Pardon me, Whitbread.
Yes.
And the assessor representing the Assessment and Taxation Department is Mr. Idark enough.
Yeah.
Close enough?
Yes.
I apologize. And our secretary today will be with Ms. Neepen. We will be hearing applications for revision of the assessment roll in accordance with the Municipal Assessment Act. The matters for which revision is requested have been described in each application, and we will limit discussion to those matters. The statements that applicants or the assessor make at this hearing are sworn testimony, and anyone speaking to the matters must be sworn in. Be advised that comparisons of assessments of properties are not considered evidence of market value by this Board of Revision. The Board of Revision is appointed annually by Council and is independent of it and the City Administration. It makes its decisions on the basis of the evidence provided at this hearing and issues a written order that will be mailed to all parties as soon as possible. Please note that the Board's decisions with respect to an application may be appealed further to the Manitoba Municipal Board if the matter pertains to assessed value or classification, or to Court of Queen's Bench if the matter pertains to the application of exemptions from taxation. Should you wish to appeal, information on how to do so will be included with the Board's order. With respect to the hearing process, I'm not sure if the appellants have been here before, but I'll go slowly here, explain our process. I will confirm the matters to be addressed with each applicant following their swearing in. We will then have the assessor's testimony first, and I believe the secretary has provided the comparable sales reports that he's going to depend on to either defend or recommend a change to your assessment. He's going to go through that brief, present his evidence of why he feels the assessment as is in the roll is correct, and that once he's finished presenting, you will be allowed to cross-examine his evidence, only what he's presented, and then it'll be and then the board will the panel members, pardon me, will question the assessor on his evidence. And then it will be the applicant's turn to present their evidence as you've filed with the board. And again, the assessor will have an opportunity to cross-examine you on your evidence. Then the panel members will also cross-examine you. And once we've completed that process, each side will have an opportunity to summarize if they wish. Okay? Once all the evidence about an application has been brought forward, the applicant may leave. The process will repeat for each item on the docket today. The session will close after all the applications have been heard, and the board will deliberate in private and make its decision based on the evidence presented here today. You will receive the order by registered mail as soon as possible. As information, all public hearings are live streamed, recorded, and will be part of the public record. And out of courtesy, can everybody please put their cell phones on silent before we begin? Michelle, would you mind swearing in the assessor? And I believe our first applicant is going to be, sir, do you have 3 properties on the docket today?
That's right.
Is that correct? Okay. And your first one is 547 Sherbrooke Street? Okay, I think we're going to reshuffle things, and we'll work on all 3 of your properties first. If you want to come forward, please.
Do you want to be sworn in or affirmed?
I affirm.
Affirmed. Can you state your full name, please?
I affirm.
Do you affirm that the evidence you're about to give at this hearing should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I affirm.
Thank you. Would you rather be sworn in or affirmed? Affirmed. Can you state your full name, please? Do you affirm that the evidence you're about to give at this hearing should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. Next. Do you have anything you want me to
Yeah, I
ask?
have a couple. He's trying to get 547.
Yeah, we're going to begin with 547 Sherbrooke.
We're missing a board member today, so I don't.
Only one, that's okay.
And sir, just for organization, just to confirm, your other property is 717 Southwick Avenue,
That's right.
and your third property is 315 Austin Street North? Okay, okay, thank you. Would the assessor like a moment to go through, review the property or the evidence presented by the appellant before we begin?
Yes,
Take your
please.
time, okay? And we're going to start with 547 Sherbrooke Street whenever you are ready. Just to confirm, sir, you're the agent representing the property
That's right.
owner? Okay. And we're dealing with quantum or the real estate value at this hearing? Okay, for 2019, okay. Okay, sir, when you're ready.
Right, so subject property with roll number 1305056100 with a street address at 547 Sherbrooke Street in a Spence neighborhood. With a 1.5-story multi-family conversion building with 1893 year built on 1933 effective age. It's 1,259 square feet area with a full basement and a basement finish, still full bathrooms, and the subject property doesn't have central air conditioning, fireplace, or any garages. Lot size is 3,942 square feet with a land influence of bathroom, commercial influence of heavy traffic. 2019 assessment roll is $147,000, and the total assessment per square foot is $116.76. For the four comparables, comparable number one is located at 594 Spence Street in a Spence neighborhood. It's a two-story multi-family conversion with 1893 year build and 1945 effective age. It's 1,342 square feet living area, full basement, no basement finish, and two full bathrooms, and there is no air conditioner or no garages or no pools of any kind. Lot size is 4,574 square feet, with a land influence of commercial adjacent. Time adjusted sale price is $171,200. Time adjusted sale price per square foot is $127.57. Sold in January of 2016. Comparable to is 548 Sherbrooke Street, is in Daniel McIntyre neighborhood, just across the street from from subject property. The two-story multifamily conversion building is 1907 year built and 1927 effective age, 1,472 square feet living area, full basement, no basement finish, 2 full bathrooms, and there will be no for anything else, like no air conditioning, no garages, no pools. Assessed lot size 4,109 square feet. Land influence back lane, bus route, commercial adjacent dedicated traffic. Time adjusted sale price is $150,700. Time adjusted sale price per square foot is $102.38. Sold in January of 2015. Comparable 3 is located at 609 Maryland Street in the Daniel McIntyre neighborhood. Two-story multifamily conversion. It's 1905 year build and 1938 effective age, 1,590 square feet living area. For the basement, it has a full part area basement, no basement finish, 2 full bathrooms, does have central air conditioner and no garages. Lot size 3,452 square feet. Land influence bus route and the heavy traffic. Time adjusted sale price $159,800. Time adjusted sale price per square foot is $100.50. Sold in April of 2015. And the comparable number 4 is 575 Agnes Street in Daniel McIntyre neighborhood, 2-story multifamily conversion. 1905 year build, 1905 effective age, 1,247 square feet. Full basement, no basement finish, 2 full bathrooms. Doesn't have central air conditioner, does have a detached car garage. Lot size 3,865 square feet. Has a commercial influence. Time adjusted sale price is $118,200. Time adjusted sale price per square foot is $94.79. Sold in May of 2015. All of the comparables are multifamily conversions similar to the subject property. For the most part, based on MLS listings, are in below average or average state of renovations. And I also want to point out that the evidence that appellant brought forward is post-reference with November 2017 evaluation date. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Good morning, sir. Do you have any questions on the evidence presented by the assessor so far?
No, I don't have any questions on that.
Okay. You'll have your opportunity to make your presentation. So if you have no questions, the panel's going to ask questions of the assessor. Richard, any questions?
Mm-hmm. Did you drive by the property?
Yes, I did.
And you went into the property?
No, I did not.
You did not, okay.
I'm sorry. Questions means I have to ask him or like?
Yeah, on the evidence that he presented so far.
Yeah, I have had.
So you have evidence, or you have questions
I have
on the
questions,
brief?
yes, sir.
Okay, I'm sorry, okay. Sorry, Richard,
No
okay.
worries.
So you go ahead.
Okay, with due respect, I just want to understand these comparisons you have here. Are these the owner-occupied properties or the rentals?
They appear to be rentals.
They're all the rentals?
Yes, they're all multi-family conversions. They have two units.
Okay. That's the question I have.
That's your only question? Okay, thank you. Richard?
Were you able to generally observe the nature of the home, the condition the home is in, roof, stucco, siding?
I think it's a rental property, so it's not updated. It's in exterior seemed worn.
Worn, you would say?
Yes, dated and worn. And for the most part, I would put that across the comparables as well.
Thank you.
Since they are all of the comparables being rental units.
Thank you.
Anything else?
No, thank you.
Mr. Assessor, could you tell us the location of this property, please?
The property is located on Sherwood Street. Exact location.
Between Portage and Ellis, or Ellis and Sargent?
believe it's, north of Ellis, but I'll have to look it up. I don't remember exactly
Okay.
which.
Yeah, okay. So you believe it's between Sargent and Ellis? As for the subject property, how many dwelling units are assessed for in this property?
Just double check real quick. 2 dwelling units.
Pardon me?
2.
2 dwelling units?
Yes.
Okay. And that would assume that they're full units with their own kitchen and washer.
Exactly.
Okay, so they're separate units, okay. Any idea on the revenue generated from the property per month?
I don't have that.
Okay, we'll get it from the appellant then, okay. Age variant 1933 from 1893, so we've got a 40-year age variant, or effective age for, obviously for upgrades that were done. It sounds like probably many years ago, or maybe due to that conversion, there was an age variant applied.
Most likely, yes.
Okay, so that would, in your opinion, I know the comparables all have, well, 3 out of the 4 have age variance for conversions. The 4th one doesn't on Agnes Street. In your opinion, does it look like a 1933? I don't, that's not the way it's done, but do you think the age variant is warranted at 1933? It's difficult to say from inspecting on the outside.
Well, yeah, I haven't seen the inside of the property,
Yeah,
but like obviously, property did have some renovations
Right.
since 1893.
okay. And a multifamily property, residential, with commercial influence and heavy traffic, is there any adjustment made on a multifamily? Or is that considered a benefit to a multifamily property?
Well, it's things like heavy traffic influence still considered, yes, in this model it is a negative because it is based on the residential regression model.
Okay, so is there an adjustment downwards or upwards or
Well, for commercial and heavy traffic, it's a downward adjustment.
downward? Okay, that's reflected in the current assessment. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, that is all my questions. Sir, when you're ready, please.
So I have a couple of observations to share here. The comparisons are there, and as I asked, like these are the rentals or owner occupied. So
Mhm.
obviously when it's owner occupied, the property is much better maintained than the rental. So it has more value in the market.
Yeah, in fairness, the assessor answered that
Yeah.
in his opinion, they were revenue properties.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's kind of opinion, but I'm sure it's my rental property. The other one I have to say here, we have an appraisal report which have the pictures of the property
Okay.
that shows the condition of.
Okay,
kitchen.
how would you like to go through that report, and bear with us, that reference what page you're talking about as we
No,
go
I'm just
through?
going to be, okay, you want me to, I don't want to go through all the reports. You
Well,
can
no,
just
but
go to the
maybe-
page number, like the pictures I'm talking about.
Okay,
Just the pictures on the last pages.
okay, so we've got, page 1 is the exterior rear of the property, I believe? Or is that the front? That would be the rear? I suspect.
I know those are the comparison pictures, yeah, the front and back, but then if you,
Is that the subject property?
yeah, that's the subject property, the first 2-3 pictures there.
Okay,
And then we don't go to the comparables, and we just go to the 4th page after that.
okay, so we're starting at the first page, there's 1, 2, 3, and, okay, page 4, okay?
No, sorry, page 4 after the subject property picture.
Yes,
Yeah, sorry, I haven't numbered these ones, 1, 2, 3. Once we have this picture, we go back to the other 4th picture here, the 4th page after this,
okay,
where we have the exact pictures for the interiors of the property.
okay,
This shows the exact condition of the property we have, which needs upgrade on the kitchen, the drywalls, the flooring and everything. So if we do it, if you do a nice upgrade, you know, it might go more than $142,000 as a market price. But then the condition which is it now, it's not worth the price which has it been assessed, and that even proves with the appraiser's report. Because even if you're selling the property in the market and anyone who's gonna buy the property, for sure they would like to have appraisal report and they will bid on the appraisal price. They won't bid on the city pricing on the property. So that's what point we have, like even if we need to sell the property as in today, the buyer won't be paying us more than the appraisal value. But the city value is more than the appraisal value. Yeah, like, that's the only thing I have to say for this property, like, the city value is at a point and the actual value of the property is at a point.
Yes.
So now it's much lower than the city value, but what I'm saying, in future, like in 6 months or down a year, if we spend another 20-30 grand in there, it might go more than the value assessed by the city. Because because the way it has been compared, I could say, like, as from what I understand, it's the sale price. So if the property is sold for more, which with having a good condition, the value goes up. But if the property is in a bad condition, the value doesn't go down. So that's what we have to say here.
Well, our job is to try and estimate the market value based on the evidence that both parties are gonna present, and it's based on the current physical condition of the property. So, you're saying that it should be lower. You've got an appraisal report here.
Yes.
The assessor noted that it's post-referenced, that it's, I think the comparable sales, well, we'll analyze it and ask you questions on it, I guess. But it would appear that some of the sales in the report are post-referenced. They're after April 1st, 2016. Not by much, but they are, yeah. Couple of them, so, okay. So what we're gonna ask you, you're implying that it's in a rundown condition and that the comparables are superior to your subject property in your opinion. And so we're gonna ask you to tell us, number one, what the value you think it should be based on this. I think it's on this appraisal. It would appear that's what you're relying
Yeah,
on.
we'll just go with the appraisal value.
Okay, so you'll have to, for the record, you'll have to state the reason, what that value is and why it is set at that value.
Okay, the reason we like to go with the appraisal value because it's a professional company who appraises the property, and that's what the buyers believe and trust on the pricing. And the actual condition of the property, which is, it's not very great, but it's not very bad, but it's a minimum rentable property. So
Okay.
it's, so we would like to go with the appraisal value of the property with the
Okay.
Capital Associates.
And what is that value?
I think it's $100,000, $100,000.
So you're asking estimated market value by yourself is $100,000.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but I'm trying to help you present, get down to the facts of what your evaluation is based on the current condition, okay?
That's,
Okay, so anything else you'd like to tell us about the property?
yeah, the property needs a lot of work, like, not a lot of work, like if you really need to make it a good price, like we can do the roofing, the stucco at the back and the front, just improve a bit of insulation on the walls, being it's an old house. Yeah, it just needs renos, like, you know, the normal cosmetic repairs and.
Okay. Okay. If you think of anything else, don't hesitate to bring it up with us, okay? Mr. Assessor, do you have any questions on the evidence presented by the appellant?
I don't have any questions.
Okay. Richard, any questions?
Can you give us a rough estimate of what it would cost to bring the property to where you think it, the way you describe it should be?
You want to break it down, or?
Just a broad number,
It should be another $35,000.
35, you said?
35.
That's fine for me.
Thank you. Okay, sir. What is the revenue, what are the units renting for?
One unit is rented for $900.
Okay,
Sorry, $950.
$950.
And the other one is $650.
Okay,
But it's not rented whole of the year. So it's like a vacancy. We can take, 2 months is a vacancy in a year.
okay,
So like as of now, we speak, the basement unit is vacant from last 2 months.
okay.
So
Is there 2 dwelling units or is there 3?
it's a 2 dwellings.
2, so
It's
the,
basically the basement, we say 2 and 1, it's kind of 1 and 2, or basement and upper 1, that's what we talk.
okay, so the rear entrance is an entrance to the basement unit?
To the second floor, like to the floor on top.
Okay, so we've got 1 unit in the basement, self-contained, and the second unit is the main floor and the upper attic area as 1 unit?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah, it's, if you see in the picture, the deck goes to the upper unit and there's a door which goes to the back unit.
okay,
That's the way the property is better, so.
okay.
Yeah.
Now, utilities included, or are they responsible for their own utilities?
Water is included, having 1 water meter,
Okay,
and they have their own electric meters,
Yes.
it's baseboard heater.
it's electric baseboard, okay,
So
and they
it's-
pay their own, so the
so
water
owner-
do,
Owner pays the water.
okay. So water's included in the rent,
That's-
but the utilities, or pardon me, the electric heat is, and the hydro
Yes.
is paid by the tenant, okay. The assessor shows that there's 3 washrooms, is that accurate? Three full washrooms?
3 full washrooms.
Yes.
No. Just 2
There-
washrooms there.
There's 1 washroom for the basement unit
Yes.
and 1 washroom for upstairs?
That's it.
Okay. Okay. Now, this appraisal report. It was done in 2017. And it was appraised as if it were to be on the market as of November of
20th, 2017.
2017, okay.
So 1 year.
All right. See, the difficulty with presenting an appraisal report is the appraiser isn't here for us to question how they valued the property. But you're saying in summary that they're saying, the appraiser said it is, as at November 20th, 2017, that the value is $100,000, okay. You understand that we're trying to establish a market value for April 1st, 2016. That's what all the market evidence was analyzed to prepare the assessment values. So that's why the assessor mentioned that, that the appraisal was actually post-reference information. Okay. I believe those are all my questions on 547 Sherbrooke Street. Mr. Assessor, any requirement for a summary?
Well, I guess to summarize, I believe that When I reviewed the MLS listing for comparables that I have provided, they would appear with similar condition to subject property after looking at what the property owner, a representative of the property owner has provided. And all of my sales were within the reference period to be reviewed for valuation. Thank you.
Okay. Is there any requirement for a summary?
No, I got it.
Okay, thank you very much. That concludes 547 Sherbrooke Street. Next one we were dealing with is 717 Selkirk Avenue. So we're on page 5 and 6. And for 717 Selkirk, we are dealing with a 2019 residential appeal for value only. Thanks, Michelle. Take your time to review that before we start.
Are you coming to the Christmas luncheon?
So, so the subject property was roll number 140106 89000, street address 717 Selkirk Avenue in a William White neighborhood. Is a two-story multifamily conversion with 1929 year build and 1949 effective age. It is a 1,440 square feet living area with a full part area basement, no basement finish, 2 full bathrooms, and no central air conditioner, no garages, no ground pools. Assessed lot size is 3,010 square feet. Land influences are bus route and the medium traffic. 2019 assessment roll is $142,000, and total assessment per square foot is $98.61 per square foot. There are 4 comparables. They're all in William White neighborhood. They're all two-story multifamily conversions. I probably will go over every one of them. I guess the range, time adjusted sale price ranges from anywhere between $110,900 and $145,300, and time adjusted sale price per square foot ranges anywhere between $75.34 to $106.84. I have reviewed the information that the appellant has presented. I want to point out that this post reference, however, by looking at the condition of the pictures conditions of the subject property and the evidence that provides and the value recommended by the appraisal report, as well as the average value that would come based on my comparables, I would recommend reducing it to $129,000.
Okay, so verbal recommendation at, I'm sorry, 128,000?
129.
129,000. And would you mind providing the assessment per square foot based on that, rec?
Just a second. It's $89.58.
89.15, okay?
58.
58, okay?
Yeah, let me just double check.
All right.
Yes. Yeah, $89.58.
Okay, so sir, the assessor has reviewed your evidence presented, and he's making a verbal recommendation based on his comparisons and the condition of your property to reduce it to $129,000 or approximately $90 a square foot. Are you in agreement with that?
Yes.
Okay,
That's
so the verbal rec is accepted by the appellant. Do you feel the need to make any presentation, or are you good,
No, I'm-
presenting the recommendation, or accepting the recommendation? Okay,
And I just want, so now it's 129 as we speak today, and then next year comes, it starts from 129. We don't
No.
go back to
no, it doesn't, no. No, a reassessment year, well, the assessor can explain to you, but next year is a reassessment year
yeah.
with a different reference date and different market evidence, so they analyze the market, create the model, and come up with a value, right?
Yes.
That'll be from 129 and further.
No, this
No.
recommendation affects only assessment year of 2019. So it has no bearing on the valuation of, this value has no bearing on valuation of 2020 assessment roll for this property.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, that concludes 717 Suffolk Avenue. And your last property, sir, is 315 Austin Street North. take your time reviewing the appellant's evidence, and then when you're ready, please. No hurry. Yes, when you're ready, please.
Okay, subject property was a parcel ID 14022970000, state address 315 Austin Street North, in North Point, Douglas neighborhood, is a 1 3/4 story single dwelling with 1905 year build and 1945 effective age. Is 1,028 1,028 square feet living area with a full park area for basement, no basement finish, 1 full bathrooms, no central air conditioner, and a detached single car garage with with a assessed lot size of 4,123 square feet and light traffic influence. 2019 assessment roll is $117,000. Total assessment per square foot is $113.81. Therefore, comparables, the city uses zero northbound Douglas neighborhood, range between 1.5 story to 1 3/4 story in height. Again, I believe there is no need to go through every comparable as pictorial evidence with of the subject property, even though the evidence that agent for the property owner presented again is post-reference, but pictorial evidence shows that property needs some repairs done to it, and hence the value presented by the appraisal report would, I guess, at $104,000, I would recommend the panel to consider that value as a necessary cost to cure, as a difference of necessary cost to cure between the 2019 assessment and what the value presented by the assessment report by the property owner.
Okay, so you're making a verbal recommendation revising the assessment from $117,000 to $104,000
Yes, I do.
based on evidence presented by the appellant that he provided you, the physical condition of the property.
Correct.
Okay, and would you mind giving me a per square foot assessment rate on that revised assessment recommendation?
Yes, it's $101.17.
Okay. Okay, sir, you've heard the assessor's recommendation based on your report of physical condition of the property. Are you in agreement with the $104,000?
Yeah.
So you accept the $104,000 for 2019, I believe?
Yeah,
Yes.
that would be fine.
Okay. Richard, any questions of the assessor recommendation?
No, I think we're good.
Okay. I guess my only question, Mr. Assessor, is there was a sale there in 2011 for $100,000. Does that have any bearing on your?
Well, I believe that the condition of the property would, the current condition of the property would,
Okay.
Would allow for the reduction to $104,000
Okay.
based on the evidence presented.
Okay. Any requirement summary? You stated your case, you've accepted it, so anything further to add, sir? You've accepted the recommendation. Okay, the board will look at that recommendation, and I believe that concludes 315 Austin Street North, and I believe that concludes your three properties. Thank you for appearing, and you'll hear from us in a couple of weeks, okay? Thank you. Okay, would the property owner of 43 Laurel Leaf Lane come forward, please? Good morning.
I'm not prepared like that gentleman. I didn't
That's okay.
know all those copies, all those things. Sorry.
Do you want to be sworn in or affirmed? Sworn in? Okay, I'll get you to stand up. So, can you state your full name, please? Do you swear that the evidence you're about to give at this hearing should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do. Thank you.
Okay, good morning.
Good morning. Okay.
So you've seen how the process works, so the assessors provided you with a appeal, a brief that provides market
Yeah.
evidence. So do you have anything to present to the board to look at, or just gonna make a verbal record?
I do have, but you know, like I didn't realize I need copies.
Okay,
Do you know what I mean? Like I took some pictures. Do you know what I mean? Like I
okay.
don't know, whatever.
Okay.
I am not sure. Like I
I'll
just,
take them after.
it's
Okay.
okay, just give it to you and you just.
And can we keep that? Or do you need it?
No, you can't keep that because this is, I need copy of that.
Okay.
The pictures you can keep.
You need a
Okay.
copy of this one?
Okay,
Yes.
so we'll get a copy made of that.
Can you do this now, so
Yeah.
that we don't wreck her?
But that
Okay,
is,
and we're gonna share this with the,
I apologize, if I knew I would make copies.
that's okay.
I'll just shut this off for a
Now,
second.
do you have copies of the picture?
The copies I probably
Okay.
have on the computer because my.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Oh,
Okay, so we're gonna deal with, okay, so we've got this one, evidence here, okay. So we're dealing with 43 Laurel Leaf Lane, and we're dealing with the quantum value, the assessed value only of the subject property for 2019. Mr. Assessor, if you'd like to review the appellant's letter, and then when you're ready to proceed, go ahead.
Did you look at these already?
No.
And,
The assessor had
I guess I could start if the panel is ready.
it. Yes.
Okay, so subject property with a parcel ID number 0500.
I apologize, can you speak up a little bit? I can't hear you.
A parcel ID with subject property with a parcel ID of 0500134720, located at 43 Laurel Leaf Lane in Templeton Sinclair neighborhood, is a two-story row house with 1979 year build and 1979 effective age. Living area is 1,136 square feet. It has a full basement with no basement finish on record, one full bathroom and one half bathroom, central air conditioner, and a detached multi-car garage. Lot size is 2,414 square feet, with the land influence being internal corner. 2019 assessment roll is $225,000. Total assessment per square foot is $198.06. The four comparables are all on Laurel Leaf Lane. Comparable number one is 40, Comparable number 2 is 41, comparable number 3 is 24, and comparable number 4 is 8. They're all 2 stories row houses with the same year built and effective age of 1979, just like the subject property. Smaller in square footage. The comparable one is 1,114 square feet. So is comparable 2 and 3, and comparable 4 is 986 square feet. Comparable 1, 2, and 3 have basement finishes. Comparable 4 does not have basement finish. Similar number of bathrooms, except for comparable number 4 having only 1 bathroom. Comparable 1 doesn't have central air conditioner on record. The rest of the comparables do have central air conditioners. Okay. Comparable 1, 3, and 4 have fireplace similar to subject property. Comparable 2 does not have fireplace. None of the comparables have detached multi-car garage. Comparable subject property does have a detached multi-car garage. Okay, and lot size range anywhere from 1,839 square feet to 2,874 square feet. Time adjusted sale price ranges from $199,700 for comparable 4 to $224,800 for comparable 3. Time adjusted sale price per square foot ranges from $198.47 to $201.80. All sales are within the reference period between April 1st, 2014 to April 1st, 2016. Okay, that's all I have. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Assessor. So the assessor has presented evidence detailing the characteristics of your property, and then he's provided 4 comparisons, all built in the same year, same house style, 2-story row house on your street.
Mm-hmm.
And he's coming up with market evidence of between $198 and $202 a square foot. You're currently assessed at $198 a square foot. So do you have any questions on the evidence that the assessor has presented so far?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
They saying that my living area is 1,036 whatever square feet, but it's not. It's wrong. It's under 1,000 square feet. Because I have that, how it's called, survey, whatever.
Okay.
Or whatever. And another thing, like you see, I'm gonna compare to 41 Laurel Lane, okay?
Okay.
Because 41 Laurel Lane, we are touched by the wall,
Yeah, yeah.
okay?
So the assessor, so your question to the assessor is.
So their
that you think-
unit, like 41 Laurel Lane, 18 inches wider, the living room, like built wider than my unit.
Okay. So your question to
It's
the
almost
assessor
2
is,
feet.
do you know that in your opinion, my house is only 1,100, or what was the square footage?
It's under 1,000.
Yeah.
It's under 1,000 compared to unit beside me. Then,
Okay, so any response to that, Mr. Assessor?
Well,
Maybe explain how your assessment is done.
well, the assessment is, are you measuring inside unit, inside?
I
the
didn't
unit?
measure. I apologize, I didn't measure. Its documents came with when I bought the place,
Okay.
when I purchased the place.
So,
And I only find out about that when I
Okay.
tried to fit in my couch. And my couch wouldn't fit in my living room, but it fits perfectly in my neighbor's.
Yeah, okay, the discrepancy possibly would be
Yeah.
because subject property is an end unit, and the square foot area is measured based on the exterior measurements of the property, not interior.
So all the properties on here are measured on the exterior, not the interior?
I
of the
didn't
property?
measure.
Yeah, yeah.
I apologize, but I didn't measure exterior, I didn't measure interior, I just look at the documents. They cannot make my walls bigger, right?
But the assessor's stating that they measure on the outside of the wall?
Yeah, it's fine,
not on the
I didn't
inside.
measure it, but you
Yeah,
know.
okay,
I
okay,
only can fit in my couch.
yeah. Okay, any
Okay.
other questions on the evidence presented by the assessor?
Yeah, like, you see here we go, like we have prices here, like based on 2015 and 2014, right? 2014, 2015, those prices were based on immigration. We had the boom, we had politically correct or incorrect things going on all over the place. People were bidding for the properties, and that was in 2014, 2015. Today, and interest, of course, was low. Today, we don't have that kind of condition any longer. We have condition when people don't bid for properties anymore, and tons of them on the market. And, you know, like, and actually, it's very hard to sell it.
Yeah, I think the assessor can address that, your
May I
concern.
finish, because I addressing 41 Laurel Leaf Lane.
Yeah,
41 Laurel Leaf Lane,
Okay.
41 Laurel Leaf Lane. It's been for sale for past 10 months.
yeah, but we're not looking at current sales. We're looking
Current
at
sales.
April
Okay.
1st, 2016.
Okay, so, but what I'm saying that we can't compare apples to something else. It was a different time in our life when interest was 1%, now it's 4
Yeah,
almost.
fair enough.
Okay,
But let the assessor explain the
So,
difference in the time.
now, I was going through.
No, just let the
oh,
assessor
sorry.
respond, yeah, no problem. Let the assessor respond to the difference, the current market value with the April 1st, 2016 market
Thank
value,
you.
okay?
Well, the assessments, I guess City of Winnipeg and municipal assessments are calculated in a way where the sales of where reference date is set, and for 2019 assessment period, 2018 or 2019 assessment roll, the market that is used is with the reference date of April 1st, 2016. So sales between April 1st, 2014 to April 1st, 2016, the 2 years of sales are used to determine the assessed value for 2018 and 2019. So for assessment purposes, the market used is always 2 years behind.
I didn't understand, I'm sorry. For assessment, I can't hear you.
For assessment purposes, the market reference period is 2 years behind.
Yeah, like I understood that
Okay,
perfectly, but
maybe explain when this current market is gonna be reflected in the next assessment period.
Okay, so for 2018 and 2019 assessment rolls, the market used is April 1st, 2014 to April 1st, 2016 sales. For 2020 and 2021 assessment rolls, sales in the market used between April 1st, 2016 to April 1st, 2018.
okay. I got it. This is why I guess they assess it now for April 1st, 2019, 239,000.
So that's the next reassessment coming up.
Right,
Yeah.
For 220.
Yeah,
So, and this is really not realistic.
yeah, well, the assessor would have to justify that reassessment value
Okay.
in the next cycle, but right now we're dealing with April 1st,
Okay.
2016 market
Okay.
value, okay?
All right.
Yeah,
Like, I understand, but that is like confusing.
yes.
But it's okay. So now, I was going through divorce for past like 5.5, 6 years. We were divorcing, and this is that assessment was given to court for my door. That's what I give it to you from them.
Okay, now you're presenting evidence, but we're
I
gonna.
have to present everything. You
Yeah.
have to guide me
Yeah,
because I'm
okay.
really confused.
So we're still on you questioning the assessor on this
Yeah.
evidence. So anything else you'd like to ask him
Okay, just a
about
second. I wrote something.
the brief?
Oh, yes.
Take your
Now,
time.
it says fireplace,
Mhm.
right? and it says full basement. I don't know what does it means full basement, but in my basement, I have a chunk of concrete, like a huge chunk of concrete. Which one? The other unit beside me, 41, doesn't have it. And actually, unit 41 doesn't have a fireplace. Maybe they have in the basement, I don't know, but they don't have it upstairs. I never
Right. And
seen
he's documented
fireplace
that,
there.
yeah.
And that fireplace in a property, it's not functional. It's a too tiny living room. There's no way you can. It's actually, it's, I don't know. For some people, maybe it's decoration. For me, it's just a useless thing in the living room. Because living room is smaller than this room. It's like,
Yeah. But
you know, more narrow.
But you do have a fireplace.
yeah, but their fireplace, which one not functioning?
Okay.
Okay, so,
All right.
and I have in my basement, I don't think I have a full basement, because they are like, I think 70 inches in some kind of wall, like built out of concrete. I don't know what that for, but I know, it's strange, but the other unit doesn't have it. I know for sure, because I went and I looked, but they have, but they don't have.
So what you're saying is that underneath the main floor, no, how can I put this? I'll call it the footprint of the basement doesn't equal the footprint of the main floor. In other words, the outside walls on the main floor are actually hanging over the basement
Maybe,
walls.
uh,
We call it overhang, but
yeah, because it's kind of like basement ends, and then under there like some kind of slab, just a slab of concrete. I don't know. This is
Okay.
like something he can come and see.
okay.
Okay, so but this is that kind of little remarks on
Sure.
what I have here. Okay. Now, I'd like to address that 41 Laurel Leaf Lane. It's standing for sale. He already had on Camfu once. Then he changed another agent to sell. Now yesterday I saw it was a new sign.
Okay, but we're dealing with current
Yeah,
sales, so
current.
we're not going there, okay?
Like it's impossible to sell. We had another unit what was selling for 3 years.
Yeah, okay.
So it's really not a big deal. Now, my unit, as you understand, I was going through the divorce. And for all those years, nobody was fixing anything. It was a fight. And nobody was repairing anything. And as you see, this is just a roof condition. A roof, all the roof, like, a roof needs to be done. I just read from what.
Okay, so now we're starting to present your evidence.
My evidence.
Yeah, we'll hold on for 1 second, you're gonna have
Okay.
your opportunity.
Okay.
But in the meantime, any other questions on the assessor's evidence that he presented?
No.
Okay. Richard, any questions of the assessor?
Just a couple. Did you drive by the property down this lane?
Yes, I did.
Did you attend the property?
No, I did not.
You did not. Are you able to comment on the appearance of this property comparable to the comparables? In terms of the exterior, which is all you can see, can you comment on the condition of
Well,
the property?
when I drove by, I noticed that some of I guess I probably would not be able to compare the conditions at this point because I have a vague recollection.
Sorry, you had
I have vague recollection, so I would not be able to compare.
a vague recollection,
Yeah.
so you can't offer us a comparable.
No.
Okay, that's it.
Okay, thank you, Richard. Okay, first of all, location, please, Laurel Leaf Lane. Are we off Leela or Jefferson or?
I believe it's off of Jefferson. I don't have the exact.
Templeton.
Off Templeton, okay,
It's off
north,
Templeton.
north.
And we have only one exit to Templeton.
Okay,
Yeah.
We can't go anywhere else.
Okay.
Just to Templeton.
all right. And, let's see over here. And internal corner, is there a walkway or something going alongside the property, or?
Well, there is I guess, you can drive around it. So, the way the row houses is built, I guess, yeah, Templeton,
Yeah.
as you turn into Laurel Leaf Lane, there is a building, stretch of row houses,
Okay,
and you can drive around it, and then there's the next one towards the other side.
okay. And is it an end unit?
Subject property is an NB.
It's an end unit, okay. Okay. Okay, and I have no other questions. Okay. When you are ready, please tell us about your property.
Okay, so my property is in the poor condition. So my kitchen is old, like was purchased, it's an old kitchen, and like bathroom really needs to drywall to be totally replaced, because it's, I don't know why, I replaced it once already, but 5 years or 6 years ago, but it's again like I replaced it partially. Other partials, what I didn't replace, it's getting rotten and doesn't hold mirrors even. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
I think original drywall, what they put in, it wasn't really didn't have quality.
Okay.
Okay, now, roof needs to be replaced again, and eavesdrops needs the new eavesdrops, because they're really old and they damaged. They actually coming off the, sticking out a little bit.
Okay.
How you say that? That you can see big bolt, which one holds, like if you look up,
Yeah,
big bolt, because it's,
it's
I
pulling
guess,
away.
wood is rotten around, and
Yeah,
like you saw in the picture.
yes.
So, and I guess it doesn't hold really well for that either. Okay, like basement is unfinished. And it needs painting from outside and inside, or new drywall, or I don't know, like my 41 Laurel Leaf Lane, they finish with siding, maybe siding. And they're in like all over the place. Many projects are started and they are not finished. Like deck needs to be totally replaced, or rebuilt, or repainted, and or rotten boards needs to be changed.
Okay,
Fence needs to be pulled up because fence falling out.
okay,
So, and also it has, like my air conditioning is old already, okay? It's not satisfying to how to a new air conditioner, because if it's gonna break, so it means like nobody can put ozone in it, because now it's a new system, some kind of.
oh, okay,
So it's not repairable, air conditioning, and it's really old already, getting old. Same thing with woodness. So floors needs to be redone, and some of the windows needs to be, the windows needs to be how you say that?
the trim,
That it needs to come out and it needs to be filled up with stuff, because it's quite a bit of renovation, and it needs the attic. In the attic it needs installation, in the basement it needs installation. It's quite a big job. The way I was thinking, it's like if to estimate the job, to do everything, even not proper way, it will be around $60,000-$70,000. It's totally actually it would be easier to get rid of it and rebuild, but I can't do that. Now, last November, or October, my divorce came through. So now, because it was underpayment and spousal support, so I got the property. So, and I didn't get the property in very nice condition, so here I am, dealing with that.
Okay. Okay, based on what you've told us, you feel the assessment is incorrect. What do you think the assessment should be, reflecting the condition today as if it were to put on the market in April of 2016? Currently, it's assessed at $225,000. Obviously, you don't agree with that. What do you think the assessment should be changed to?
It should be not more than 180,000.
Yeah,
To like if I wanna sell the property, because like people not gonna buy the land. I'm not selling the land.
no,
I am selling the a building and condition it's in it.
okay. So maybe it's easier to do it this way. The assessor has provided very good comparables on the same street, same house style, same age. In other words, they were all built together. They've resold in the reference year for approximately $200 a square foot. The assessor is assessing you at $198, so let's say $200 a square foot. Adjusting for what do you think the market value would be on the physical deficiencies of the property, what do you think the assessment should be? Because he does have very good comparables, but you're saying that your property isn't in the good physical condition.
No.
These were comparables were. So what do you think the assessment should be?
Like I think it shouldn't be more than 180,000.
Okay.
This is my belief, because in today's market, like people really looking after the properties. But maybe if I, somehow maybe like God gonna send me something from the sky, and I be able to repair the property and put it in a proper condition, maybe I can sell it for more money, but not today on fixed income. I can't do that.
Okay, okay. Okay, so if you think of anything else, don't hesitate to tell us, but we're gonna give the assessor an opportunity to question you on the evidence you presented,
Absolutely.
okay?
Well, you provided some pictures of, facial board missing on your house there, and I believe those pictures were taken, when were those pictures taken?
Oh, it's in the bottom, you have a date.
July.
Okay, July, and is your property still today missing?
Yes, sweetheart, it's very expensive. I try to do something, but I can't in the meantime. But the whole property, I just took this because the whole property right now in that kind of rundown condition. Sure, it's clean, I'm cleaning well, but it's not in a good physical shape.
I'm just, okay, one more question. Is there a reason why you didn't provide pictures of the interior, the same way you provide pictures of the exterior?
Oh, because you see, my student was over, and this is a picture he took. Like, actually, I had more pictures on my iPhone, but I don't know how to work with them. But I had my student over, so, and he's the one who did something on the computer. I said, choose the pictures. He chose the pictures.
Okay. And I guess another thing, you were saying the value of $180,000 when the panel numbers are still.
Yeah, that will be reasonable sale price for the condition in it today.
So that's a sale price today.
Yeah.
How much do you think your property would have sold for on April 1st, 2016?
Same. I believe it would be sold even for less, because at least now I did a little bit, some stuff in it, but in April 2016 it wasn't in. I replaced something in the house.
Okay, and I guess your property still have a garage on the property?
Yes, it is.
All right, I don't have any other questions in this.
Thank you, sir. Richard, any questions of the appellant?
No, I think I'm clear.
Okay. Okay, my question regarding the central air conditioning, does it produce cool air?
Yeah,
It's working?
It's, right now, it's working.
Okay,
But you see, like, the way it goes, like, it's too old.
to recharge.
It's too old to recharge, yeah. So, and you know, like, and if it's, like, as soon as it stops and it's on the last days,
Okay,
do you know what I mean?
yeah,
That means I have to put new one.
okay. When we look at the characteristics of your home, it is one full and one half bath, correct?
Yes,
One half on the main floor and one full on the upstairs?
yes,
Okay, all right. And you do have a double garage?
no, it's a single, because it's not enough property to fit in double.
Okay. But could you park two small cars in it?
Depends if,
If
I
they're
don't
small?
think so, it's awkward.
Okay, okay.
But it has how it's called, like, in the front it has that, on the street you can park, whatever,
Yeah,
yeah.
the assessor's assessing you for so many square feet
yeah.
of garage construction there, and obviously you added that after you purchased the property.
Yes.
Nobody
I-
else in the comparables anyway
Yes,
do have a garage in the neighborhood,
Yes.
okay. Yeah,
and another lady has the other side. Oh, but the guy beside me, he has a carport,
okay, yeah,
like, I mean, I'm talking about carport, which one covered with a roof, and it used to have a garage door.
I'm just referencing the comparables, the assessor.
Yeah, but he has a
Nobody.
carport, like 41.
Okay,
Because I know I give him permission to use those 24 inches,
yeah,
so it's really close to my garage.
okay. And then in reference to the condition of the property, you stated that you need a new roof,
Yeah, and
or a new roof again, I guess is what you said. When was the last time that the roof was replaced?
I believe when I purchased it 2003,
Okay.
it was replaced.
And then we've got, obviously, from the photos, so there's the fascia rotting in places.
And the roof is coming off, I don't know what's happening.
Okay.
It just really, like,
The shingles are?
yeah, but I purchased special stuff. Actually, I have to deal with it, because it's supposed to last me 25 years.
Mhm.
I purchased something really special.
Mhm.
But I believe the installers, they didn't do the proper job. They didn't cover it proper, because they had extra. They shouldn't have any extra. So whatever, you know how many problems with that, I don't understand that very well. So I guess I couldn't direct them, and they put them quite apart. And this is why it's curling.
And then you said the eaves troughs are pulling away, they need,
Yes. it
replacing
needs
or
to be-
painting.
yeah.
and that the exterior requires, I guess it's mostly stucco, but the wood on the front and that kind of thing
Like this is
requires
what you
painting.
see in the front, it's
Yeah.
paint.
Yeah,
All the paint needs to be
Okay.
redone.
okay, so, and you, somehow you, or I'm sorry, you came up with a number of $65,000. Where did that number come from?
Oh, I just kind of, you know, was, like I had asked the roof, like a roof, because a roof on a garage and on a house needs to be replaced.
Okay,
Okay, and I wanted to put that fascia, whatever, they asked just for a roof and that to put that
Yeah.
fascia or whatever.
yeah,
It was 22,000.
yeah, okay, $20,000, okay,
Okay?
Yeah.
So I definitely can go for it.
yeah, okay.
And then if we start digging to replace the deck, or the, like, you know, it can be, of course, it can be fixed. Just the deck, the guy asked me, I have estimate, to fix the deck, it's in the two sides, I have decks,
Mhm.
and the frontage, $3,800,
Yeah, okay.
just for that. So-
Now, interior-wise, you're saying that the house is dated, but it's decent inside,
It's clean.
clean and decent, okay.
It's
But it's
It's very clean. It's
but
not-
original condition, would that be fair
Yeah.
to say? Okay,
Yeah, but it needs repainting, like ceiling needs to be
yeah,
painted, you know,
yeah,
that
okay.
kind of stuff.
So,
Yeah.
interior maintenance.
It wasn't a war zone, come on, people.
Yeah, okay, all right. And you're asking us to revise it to $180,000. Okay, Mr., are you okay? Okay. Any requirement for summary? Mr. Assessor? You okay?
I'm okay.
Okay. Any I think you've stated your case, why you think it should be
Yeah.
$180,000. Okay.
Yeah.
Leave it with us, and in regards to your municipal board question, the information would come in with the decision we're gonna issue to you and over the next little while. And you'll have direction on how to
Thank you.
proceed if you wish, okay? So leave it with us and you hear from us as soon as possible, okay?
It's not about proceeding, it's just about knowledge. Because, you know, like, you call 311 and they don't really know.
No, it'll all be there for you.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
thank you.
You have a lovely
Thanks
day.
for appearing. Yes, and we need the pictures. And we need paper. Okay, I think we're gonna take a quick recess. If you're okay.
The parking is over, okay. I think my cake's pretty good.
Okay,
But it's
okay, then we'll proceed.
Exactly.
Okay, so, of course, sir. Go on ahead. And we are dealing with,
Which means 8, 5, 6.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Goodbye. Thank you.
856 B
McMeans
McMeans
Avenue
Avenue
East.
East, okay.
Sworn in or affirmed? Affirmed? Can you state your full name, please?
Voice memo.
Do you swear that the evidence you're about to give is hearing should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Do you have anything to handle?
No.
No? Okay. Thanks.
Are you sure you don't want to go and plug your meter?
I
Or-
plugged it on the phone right now.
Oh.
I did it already 4 times with the phone. It didn't allow me right now, but eventually I did it for 20 more minutes.
Yeah,
so-
when it expires, right?
Yeah, but sometimes it gives you the option to extend and sometimes it don't, so.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't-
Yeah, okay, so I don't want you to be rushed.
I know, I.
You know.
Okay. 20 minutes should be good, I think so.
Yeah, but if you need to increase it, don't hesitate
Okay.
to take your phone
Okay.
out and don't get a ticket.
Okay, yeah. It makes
Okay.
no sense to make
Yeah.
it here and then. It's great.
Okay, so next property is 856 B McMeans Avenue East. We're dealing with a 2019 residential appeal for quantum value only. Sir, do you have anything to submit to the
I have some
panel?
comparables, but you know what, I'll just present them and if you need, I'll circulate it too, because I looked at the comparables here and I pretty much have a good case based on comparables that the assessor provides.
Okay.
I think they even may be better than mine,
Yeah.
because mine is later. So it'll be-
Because if you're gonna share them with us, we have to have a copy for the board.
I have just one copy, can I just pass it along and then I get it back for my presentation if needed? And make a copy somewhere here, I don't know.
I wonder if we should make a copy. Or at least,
Sorry?
we should make a copy. He's gonna reference some of them.
I could.
Yeah, please. Yeah, we're gonna,
Okay.
because we need it for the record, and
No problem,
it's just easier for everybody
absolutely.
if we can follow you along when you're presenting, okay?
Mhm.
Thank you.
You see, it's my second time, I've been here yesterday,
Oh,
and it took me 15 minutes. I got here 9 o'clock, 9:15 I left, so I thought, okay, this is how it works.
yeah.
And I get a bunch of phone calls and people waiting for me and sorry
No,
guys,
it's,
I'm here.
it's always different,
Yeah, no, it's second time. I usually go to the process when we have that, the meeting,
yes.
but in that case I purchased the properties after it's been sent, so the only way for me was to appeal.
Yeah, that's
I didn't
right.
have the option.
So normally you deal with the
Yeah, I usually go
preview
there,
program.
but yeah, and we get along there, but
Yeah,
here it's.
and here you are, it's good
Yeah,
experience.
It's fine, it's interesting, it's good, yeah, for sure. For sure, especially for me. I'm a real estate broker, so
Oh, okay.
it's good for me because my clients ask me all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
You can share that. and just give it-
We can, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Assessor, if you'd like to review that, and when you're ready, please, 856 McMeans Avenue, B McMeans Avenue East.
Okay, so we have subject property with a parcel ID 09003750700. Street address 856B McMeans Avenue East in Canterbury Park. It's a 2-story row house, 1978 year built and effective age, 1,152 square feet living area, full basement, no basement finish. 1 full bathroom, 1 half bathroom, and no central air conditioning, no garages, no pools. 1,890 square feet lot size with a medium traffic and the park influences. 2019 assessment was $178,000. Total assessment per square foot $154.51. All of the 4 comparables that I've used are in Canterbury Park neighborhood. They're all 2-story row houses, and I guess effective year bill and effective age is similar to subject 1976, 1978. Comparables 3 and 4 appears to be very much identical to subject property in terms of location and building type and the square footage. Comparables 1 and 2 are a bit smaller. So with that, comparables 1 and 2 also have commercial adjacent negative influences to them, and comparables 3 and 4 would have similar influences as subject property, but in addition would have a bus route and the commercial building reference influence. Time-adjusted sale prices range between $191,500 to $201,400. Time-adjusted sale price per square foot ranges from $173.26 to $203.85, all higher than what the subject property is assessed per square foot value. Comparables 2, 3, and 4 have basement finishes. All of the comparables have central air conditioners, and otherwise would be similar to subject. That's all I have. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, sir, any questions on the assessor's evidence presented?
It's not a question, kind of a more comment. Is it okay right now to comment what he said, or?
No, we'll wait until
No
you make
question,
your
no?
presentation,
No
okay?
question, sure.
Yeah, if you can remember.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, Richard, any questions of the assessor?
Sorry, did you drive by?
Yes, I did.
You did? Did you enter the property?
No, I did not.
Okay.
Thank you. Mr. Assessor, any idea on the month that that sold in 2017?
That was sold. The sale has a registration date of August 23, 2017.
So August, end of August 2017. Okay.
Can I, further to the board member question, can I ask a question further to you? You asked if he drove by the property. I want to ask if you drove in the back lane of the road.
I did.
You did?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So my question was the month that it was sold, so we got a post-reference sale in the assessor's opinion. Any details on that? The appellant will be able to provide us, I guess, but any details on that sale in 2017 at $150 a square foot, basically. Any details on the MLS or anything? Was it in the open marketplace?
Yes, it was an open market.
Okay.
It was listed on MLS, listed as I guess great starter home or rental property, well-maintained 2-story townhome.
Okay.
Has some upgrades, shingles, hot water tank, exterior siding, washer and dryer. So
With acknowledgement that it's post-reference, okay?
yes.
Yeah, okay. Okay, that's my only question. No, actually it isn't. It's the land influences. Comp 3 and 4, 860 McNeeds, which, depending on the addressing, it seems like it's very close. They are very close to the subject property, or are they different units and it's actually down the street?
No, I believe like 856 has 3 units in it, A, B, and C.
I think 4. I think all of them have 4 units. There's
okay.
similar blocks of 4 units. And
Okay,
it's really close by, yeah.
yeah.
So it's
okay.
great. Number 3, number 4, those are the perfect comparables because they're pretty much identical as the building.
I'm just wondering why 3 and 4 have community club influence, obviously probably at the back.
In the back.
I
Same with
suspect-
me.
But
yes.
this subject property doesn't.
No.
It's just down from it.
No, the park is right in the back. It's kind of, I think, it's big. You have those houses like this, and you have a huge park and community stuff in the
Oh,
back. So-
Okay, okay, that's my only question. Okay, sir, when you're ready, please.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so I'll start to explain a bit about the place, and then I will refer to the comparables that the assessor provided. So the property was, as you asked, it wasn't the open market. It was for 31 days. It started with a price of 189.9 and then reduced to 182.4, and eventually I purchased it for 171. The reason for the house being sold for that price is the condition of the house. The house have older kitchen, older bathrooms, older flooring. Older flooring on the second floor. Some part some piece of the main floor was replaced. Unfinished basement and old leaky windows. The aluminum type that leaks. One major issue, and this is the reason I asked the assessor if he drove in the back. There's a big telecommunication box in the back, what actually makes me have just one parking. All those units have double parking in the back, but in that case, this box prevented. The property right now is rented, and one of the issues why it was hard for me to rent it out is because, people said, well, we have two vehicles, we can't park it there. So this, if we can approximate and estimate that the price per parking unit will be about $15,000. And I think this is one of the main reasons why the house wasn't sold on the market, and I eventually purchased it cheaper than the asking price. So like we said, the property was for 182.4, pretty much very close to the city assessed value. And if it was a realistic value, somebody would definitely buy it. Those are cheap properties. So right now, average on the market for a house is about 30 days or so. With the cheap properties like this, they go quick, and I have comparables to show it. But in that case, it didn't went quick, and I was the only one pretty much offering. I offered 170, and the counter was 71, and I got it. So this is the main reason. So otherwise, I wouldn't take it so cheap. So yeah, the parking is the major issue, and it's really affect the property. It's just one parking. What else I can add to the description of the property? You see, what city does, they do their job well. They see what sells in the market, they see what sells, and try to evaluate how much a comparable house would cost. But every house is a different story, and specifically this one have a different details, have a different stuff comes with it, and this is the reason for that price. So if I look as a general view, yeah, it makes sense. But not for that house. Okay, now I would like to refer to comparables number 3 and 4 for that assessor provided. The reason for specifically 3 and 4, I think they're the best comparables. They're pretty much same structure, same building, everything is the same. So no point to refer to comparable 1 and 2, although we can as well. So comparable 3 and 4, we can see that there is a finished basement and there is air conditioner in both units, which I don't have. To finish a basement like this, about 25,000. AC about 4,000 or 5,000. We're already talking about 30,000 difference, and this is actually exactly what comes up to 170. Now I mentioned I'm a real estate broker and I have the access to all MLS. So when we've been sitting here, I search up the two comparable properties, the C and the B, and we can easily see. I can give you the photos right here on the phone. 860C have newer windows, open floor plan, very popular and helps sell the property. Well designed, have some modern design, new light fixtures, renovated bathroom, large deck with huge canopy. All of that, and they sold for 200,000. Plus they have finished basement. Plus they have AC, if we compare to mine. Unit B, 860B, have it's newly painted, newer floorings, newer light feature, newer kitchen, newly finished basement, upgraded bathroom, well-maintained backyard, and it looks like newer windows. We're talking like it's 40,000-50,000 difference here, right? Just on those upgrades, it's huge. So yeah, again, those comparables are good, make sense. It's just not my property. And if needed, I can show you the phone.
No, that's okay. Yeah. Maybe you'd like to reference these comparables?
Yes, I can, sure. Those comparables are later. It's 2016 and 118. The first comparable my agent sold. The 2 second comparables I sold myself. I'm familiar with the areas very well. I sell a lot of properties there. Okay. So if we go to Gables, interesting property, it's sold for 181. It's kind of a similar inside by the way it's outdated, and this is the reason it's stuck on the market for a very long time. The only main difference is huge. It's have a huge yard. It's have a pie-shaped lot with parking for about 4 vehicles, and there's a huge storage on the property that pretty much looks like a small garage. The guy that I sold it to had a motorcycle. He said it will be a great garage for my motorcycle. So this is the difference of 10,000, a huge lot, more parking space, and potential garage right there for the one on Gables. The one on Kildare, let's say that from the bottom one, 147, sold for 190, have a finished basement. Right, so it's right there. This is the main difference. Finished basement, sold 190. Sold in 8 days, and this is a very important figure because we see that whatever is under, if you go into this area, whatever is under 200,000 sell very quick if it makes sense. The first property, the 1059 Kildare Avenue, sold for 190 by one of my agents in 1 day. In 1 day only. Everything that, like, give me a property right now under 200,000, I can sell it. I have clients in line to buy those. Specifically, this property, nobody wants to get it because it needed too much work. They're afraid of the one parking. It's worse now, it's too much for us. I usually sell, this is what I do, I sell it to my clients. If nobody wants to buy it and it's very poor shape, sometimes I just go for this.
Okay.
Just 1 sec, I'll punch another time. Try it, it doesn't give me this. Doesn't allow me to extend, I think. Yeah. Try it here. Says one there. Any questions for me?
Okay, is that good? All right. Any questions of the appellant?
I don't have any questions.
Okay. Richard, any questions?
Just a couple. You said you have the property rented out.
Yes.
What is the rent?
The rent is cheap. I charge $12.95 when similar properties rent for $14.50 in the area.
That's
Yeah,
right.
this is the reason, because it's just, I decided I don't want to do any rentals, I just go rent it out cheaper. People go in, everybody happy, and it's
So you say
$12.95,
$12.95
yeah.
versus $14.50
$14.50, yeah.
in your opinion?
See, I'm sure, like, my clients rent me out for, I see, I have the knowledge of the market, I know what's going on. So not, $14.50 is the price people charge right on the other street.
So the property was purchased at the end of August 2017?
Yes.
Any improvements?
I changed the two bedrooms, not the master, the two smaller bedrooms have stinky carpets. They didn't just kind of all stained, so I just put the newer flooring in the 2 rooms. That's it.
So just carpet?
No, just laminate flooring in 2 rooms
Laminate
instead of carpet.
In
2 bedrooms.
Thank you. No other improvements?
No.
I have no further
Thank you. Okay, so the rent is $12.95. They paid their own utilities?
Yes.
Okay. And so for renovations, newer flooring and partial newer flooring,
Yeah.
let's call it that. Any redecorating inside or outside? Oh, okay. And in regards to your 2 comparables, because we're gonna not put any weight in the 2018 sale, because
Yeah.
it's post-reference,
Yeah.
okay? You've detailed on the side here the difference, 31 Gable Court,
Mm-hmm.
sold for approximately $167.50 a square foot.
I didn't do the
Yeah.
calculation, but the price is $181.
Okay, so $167.59, but you said it's a big high
It's a
shape
huge
lot, it's
lot.
got a detached
Well,
garage.
It's not a garage. It's
And air
a big
conditioning.
storage kind, garage kind,
Yeah.
and about 4 parking spots.
Okay, and then your second comp is 1047 Kildare,
Mm-hmm.
sold February 2016, that's sold at approximately $1.71 a square foot. And the assessor's assessing at $154.50.
Which one?
Your property, subject property?
Which, sorry, again?
If
Oh,
look
you
at
mean the,
Your property?
yeah, like I said. the
For
base-
analysis is
Yeah,
155.
the basement finished, the windows replaced, so, kitchen and stuff like that. So, again, it's a huge investment that has to be put into the house.
Okay.
With that investment, of course, it's worth the money, no
Yeah.
question.
Okay, and then you made a comment about the difference between having, on the comparables, I'm going back to the comparables. You made a comment that there's a basement finish would add $25,000
About that, 20, 25, depends what,
in the market, or you mean in construction value?
in construction and market, it would be pretty close.
You
Like,
think? Okay,
maybe, you see, it depends how it's finished.
Yeah.
It has to be cool looking, right, for the market. But to add it, it will cost about 20, 25 or so.
But in the marketplace, would you say half of that, 10,000?
Um,
10, 12, again, depending on the
It
thing.
depends, it's
Okay.
hard to kind of.
And air conditioning cost is $4,500, but in the
About that.
marketplace, 2,000?
No, I think it's.
Little bit, okay, 2,500, okay. Yeah.
You see, it's not like, it's very hard to pinpoint and say,
I
this is
know.
what adds. It's,
I know.
it's just when people come into the house, they have I have clients that say, Boris, I don't care, it costs more, I want it. Because I want it ready, I don't want to deal with it.
Yeah,
So people willing to pay.
yeah.
When nothing is there. Yeah.
I know, it's difficult to pinpoint, same as the assessor, it's
Mhm.
difficult. Well, that's why they do analysis,
Yeah,
right? with
and
different
again, they're not, that case
characteristics.
pretty close. It's
Yeah,
reasonably fair if you're not considering what is inside and they've never been inside, so they have no clue.
okay. My last question is, what do you think the assessment should be based on your
I think
evidence?
170. I paid 171, so you can do it 171 because you can say it's fair, right? You paid it. But that's
Okay. And we're currently sitting at 170,
8, I think. Yeah.
178, yeah, wrote on it. Okay, so you want a reduction of you're looking for a reduction of $8,000.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, anything else to add, Mr. Assessor?
No, I don't have any
Okay.
questions.
I think, sir, anything to add before you get a parking ticket?
Nothing to add. No, it's a good comment. Nothing to add. Thanks so much.
Okay. All right, leave it with us. That concludes 856B McMeans Avenue East, and you'll hear from us as soon as possible,
Thank you
okay?
so much. Yeah. Have
All right,
a good
thank
day.
you.
Enjoy the weekend.
Thank you for
See
waiting
guys.
and
Yes.
appearing.
It's an interesting experience. Man.
Okay. Bye-bye. Okay, Mr. Assessor, we have got we have 5 properties on this docket that are a non-appearance. There are 2 recommendations, one on a 2019 property appeal and one on a 2017 and 18 separate appeals on the same subject property. We are gonna recess quickly and discuss how we're gonna proceed with these non-appearance properties, okay? Okay, so I'd ask you to wait here.
Now you can do everything around here.
Yeah, there we go, apparently. I already am. Okay, I will now call the hearing back to order. Okay, regarding the properties with non-appearance, the panel has discussed this, and we will proceed with dealing with the non-appearance appeals. So the first one that we're gonna deal with is 173 Lipton Street, and I note that it's a 2019 realty assessment appeal, value only, and there was a recommendation on the property. Mr. Assessor, could you please detail the roll number, all the details of the property, and the reason for the recommendation, and whether he had any contact with the non-appearing appellant, please?
This is subject property with the roll number 12081679000, street address 173 Lincoln Street, in a Woodley neighborhood. Is a two-story and 2.5-story multi-family conversion building with 1911 year good and effective age and 1,945 square feet of living area. Has a full basement and no basement finish, 2 full bathrooms, no central air conditioner, no garages, 3,144 square feet of lot size at the back lane. 2019 assessment was at $284,000, and total assessment per square foot was $146.02. I did drive by the property, spoke to the property owner, and put forward the recommendation to reduce 2019 assessment to $260,000 or $133.68 per square foot to reflect updated property characteristics and date of 1/2016 market. Property owner David Griezmann accepted recommendation via email confirmation on December 5th, 2018.
Okay, thank you. So to confirm, revise the assessment to $284,000 to reflect the updated property characteristics and its effect on the 2016 market value of the subject property. Richard, any questions?
No.
Okay, just to confirm, what characteristics did you change?
I had to remove attached garage that used to be there,
Okay,
as well as a lean-to on the property.
okay. And that resulted in a revised assessment.
Correct.
Okay. Thank you very much. That concludes 173 Lipton Street. The next non-appearing appellant is 435 McGregor Street. Any contact with the appellant
No.
at all? Okay. Michelle, any contact
Nope.
to you or to the Board of Division? Okay. Okay, so leave 435 McGregor Street with us. Next non-appearance is 1202 Edgerton Avenue. Just bear with me 1 second here, please. Okay, any contact with this appellant at all?
No, there isn't.
Okay, no contact. Michelle, any contact at all
No.
from the appellant? Okay. Okay, leave 1202 Edgerton to the board. Next property is 87 Park East Drive. Mr. Assessor, any contact with the appellant?
No.
Okay. Michelle, any contact with the board? Okay, leave 87 Park East to to the panel to deal with. And the last property, we've got two years of appeal. The address is 1194 Wellington Crescent, and the first one is for 2017. And the second appeal, 2017 value, quantum value, and the second appeal is 1194 Wellington Crescent for 2018. Okay. So, Mr. Assessor, how would you like to go through the 2017 appeal first, including detailing the roll number and everything?
This for 2017 roll year appeal, parcel ID 12060917000, street address 1194 Wellington Crescent in Wellington Crescent neighborhood, two-story single dwelling with a 2017 year build and effective age, 3,159 square feet of living area, full basement with a basement finish, 1 full bathroom, 3 half bathrooms and 3 showers, central air conditioner, 1 fireplace and detached multi-car garage. Assessed lot size is 8,674 square feet, land influence external corner, the light traffic. 2017 assessment roll $1,250,000 with assessment per square foot being $395.69. There was a recommendation to reduce 2017 assessment roll to $1,120,000 or $354.54 per square foot to better reflect April 1st, 2014 market. Property owner Paul Kachan accepted recommendation via email confirmation on December 5th, 2018.
Okay. To review, the original assessment was $1,250,000. You made a recommendation to reduce the 2017 assessment reflective of 2014 market value to $1,120,000, and the owner is in agreement via email.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Richard, any questions?
No.
Again, I have no questions. And we then have the same subject property, 1194 Wellington Crescent, with a 2018 appeal, value only. Mr. Assessor, when you're ready, please.
Okay. Should I read out all the property characteristics as well, or deal with the?
Pardon me?
Should I read out all the property characteristics?
No, just the roll number and a file number, or pardon me, roll and address, and just a overview of what happened here in regards to reducing the assessment and the contact with the owner, please.
Okay. So, 2018 assessment for parcel ID 12060917000, 1194 Wellington Crescent street address. 2018 assessment roll is $1,320,000 with a total assessment per square foot of $417.85. There was a recommendation to reduce 2018 assessment to $1,150,000 or $364.04 per square foot to better reflect April 1st, 2016 market. And the property owner, Paul Kachan, accepted recommendation via email confirmation on December 5th, 2018.
Okay. Thank you very much. Richard, any questions on the recommendation? Okay. And I have no questions either. And I do believe that concludes our hearing.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.